I'm Judy Shaw for NYSC Floor Talk. Joining me today is Nhial Deng. He was just announced as the winner of the Chegg.org Global Student Prize 2023, an annual $100,000 award given to one exceptional student who has made a real impact on learning, the lives of their peers, and on society beyond. Nhial, it is wonderful to have you here. Congratulations on winning this prize.
Thank you so much for having me. It's so good to be here.
Wow, how exciting. So now tell me, you were selected from almost 4,000 nominations and applications from 122 countries worldwide. How does it feel to win this award?
It's a very special feeling to be the #1 winner in the entire world. And coming from very difficult circumstances, I think it also showed the boundless potential that lies within every single individual, that when everyone have access to education and opportunity, they can transform their life and go transform the life of their communities.
So now, Nhial, your story is very, very interesting. You were forced to flee your home in Ethiopia when you were 11 years old, and you arrived at Kakuma refugee camp in Kenya, and you spent the next 11 years there. Tell me, what was it like for you growing up in a refugee camp?
I think at first I would say it was a very difficult experience living life in the refugee camp by myself, in very difficult circumstances, having very limited access to resources at the school, in the community, living in a very small house with several other people. But I would also say that I found a lot of hope in the refugee camp, especially in school. School gave me a place where I was able to find not only learning, but I was able to find solace. And I love stories growing up as a kid. So just going around the school and talking to other kids and hearing their stories is something that gave me hope, seeing people who have lost everything in life, but is still holding on to hope. That inspired me myself to keep on holding on to hope and continue dreaming big.
Now, you made quite an impact at the refugee camp, empowering thousands of young people. Tell me about the Refugee Youth Peace Ambassadors Initiative that you set up.
Yeah, I set up the Refugee Peace Ambassadors Initiative in 2017 because I really wanted to create a space for young people to come together, to have hope and dream big again. Because living in the refugee camp, I understand firsthand how difficult it is when you don't have access to opportunities that can help you reach your full potential. So there's very limited access to opportunities in the refugee camp. And I wanted to see what we can do when we come together as young people to bring about change. So the Refugee Peace Ambassadors actually started as a small gathering of just about 20 to 30 young people. And in a year, we start, becoming thousands of young people joining our different sessions. We start having mentorship program, peace building workshop, life skill workshop and training program, as well as game and sport activities that help young people have hope again and be able to dream big again. Over the last few years, we've been able to empower over 20,000 young people in the Kakuma refugee camp that are participating in all the different programming we run in the camp.
So I know education is important, and you also campaign to improve education in humanitarian and emergency settings. Tell me, why is this work so important?
Yeah, it's so important because when people flee their home, they leave everything they have behind. So, sometimes they leave their families behind, like in my case. Sometimes they leave, their dreams behind. Sometimes they leave, even hope behind, right? So you come into a refugee camp where you live in very difficult circumstances, and education is that one tool that let you have hope again and dream big again. But access to education in emergencies is very limited. Across the world, refugee students' enrollment in higher education is just 6%. So just 6% of refugee students globally have access to university. So I wanted to be able to campaign to increase access to university education for refugee students because it gave them hope. But it do not just give them hope, and make them productive people in their communities, but also in the entire world.
Wow, now you are definitely a very busy person. You also founded She Leads Kakuma, which aims to promote gender equality in the refugee camp. Tell me about that.
Yes, so having been involved in community work with Refugee Peace Ambassadors for about 3 years, one thing I saw is that whenever we have gathering or workshop or training program, there are very few young women and girls showing up. So I realized that there were a lot of structural barriers in the refugee camp that were preventing young women and girls from being able to take advantage of mentorship, leadership, as well as education opportunities. So that is why I created She Leads Kakuma, to be able to create a space for young women and girls to become leaders, to become advocates, and to be empowered. And so far, we've been able to work with amazing young women and girls in Kakuma refugee camp that we empower through different programs that are, taking advantage of, different opportunities in the camp, but that also are becoming advocates along us and helping us fight, gender inequalities and be able to ensure that young women and girls have access to opportunities that can transform their life.
So now you've moved to Canada, Nhial, and you're studying at Huron University in Ontario. How's that going?
It's going amazing. I always tell people I love everything about Canada except the cold.
Yes.
But it's going amazing. Huron is an incredible place, and they have a very big focus on leadership, empowering students to become social impact leaders. So far, it's been an amazing 2 years. I just started my third year. I'm doing a bachelor degree in global studies and journalism, and it's been amazing so far. I've been able to make incredible friends. I've been able to participate in different programs. I just stepped down as president of our Black Student Association. I was president of our housing council, and it's been amazing so far.
All right, and finally, Nhial, very important question. You are the Global Student Prize winner for this year, and it comes with $100,000 award money. Tell me, what are you going to do with this prize?
So I'm now working on Kakuma Book Drive to build a library and community center in Kakuma refugee camp, a library with 10,000 books capacity. So 50% of funding is going toward that project to be able to go back to Kakuma refugee camp and set up a space that will empower so many thousands of other young people in the refugee camp and be able to give back to the community that gave me so much.
Oh, wow. Well, amazing, Nhial. It's so wonderful to meet you. Thank you for joining me on Floor Talk, and congratulations.
Thank you so much for having me. So beautiful to be here.